talking about RIP, this new discovery, which I think is now burned, unfortunately, this new discovery that people have found on the TFATK subreddit, where people are getting a hold of the CCTV footage or the camera footage that's recorded at Brendan's son's baseball games, which I think is just recorded all around. I think that must be a thing in baseball over there in America. I think just certain grounds have cameras where parents can maybe watch stuff remotely, or if you're a coach, you can maybe watch certain stuff back. But I'm imagining these type of things are probably for parents that are not going to be there. Probably something you can log into remotely from somewhere, right? Well, somebody has access to that camera and has now recorded a couple of games, I think, that Brendan's son's Tigers played in. And unfortunately for Brendan, he's took some clips here that obviously make Brendan look horrendous. The first one was where he couldn't catch and he was afraid of getting hit on the leg by a ball being thrown by a 9-year-old or something. And now we've got this second clip that just dropped, which I think is going to burn everything. And I don't think Brendan's going to be very aware that the camera's there and he's not going to be as relaxed and dumb as he is. But this second clip might outdo the first one.
Powerful bunch.
Big what's all disease.
Apparently they live stream the games. Chris Delia got all the Little League stream links.
yeah, that makes sense. Big up apologies. I was thinking, right, that either way is a funny solution. Either way is sick. Like either they got an option where you can log into like this portal or whatever, or there's like a remote place you can log into to check the feeds, or they just got like a YouTube-y type of thing that they live stream to. Either way, it's a pretty funny discovery that people have found, because it's offered us some interesting material, interesting to talk about, especially now that the Papaverse is kind of boring. This kind of gives you a reason to kind of listen to some of the baseball talk, because this is where it kind of centers on. So essentially, in conclusion, Brendan gets ejected from the game. It's fucking hilarious. Let's just watch the clip. He fucking gets ejected from the game for being too aggro. From what I can tell when I watch the clip, I think Brendan got rejected. Again, I don't know much about baseball, so please forgive me. I'm English, plus I'm black, so whatever. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, he got ejected for either saying something rude to the umpire, referee guy, whatever, or like acting aggressive, like he was gonna do something, and the guy told him to get the fuck out. Or also, I could also imagine another scenario is that this clip is only 1 minute 17. Maybe Brendan was giving the umpire loads of verbal the whole entire game, and he just had enough and said, "Okay, you fuck off." That could also be possible. But let's play the clip anyway. Which one is Brendan's kid, by the way? Do people know in the stream chat? Is Brendan's kid that one? Which one is Tiger? Is Tiger the one that's bowling? Is one that's throwing? So whatever the fucking thing is, pitching. I said, is Brendan's kid pitching or batting? Which kid is Brendan's, or is he catching? Is he pitching or batting?
That's the warning, coach. That's the warning.
Actually, I think that's Brendan's kid there. I think he's batting. I think that's Brendan's kid there. I think so. Yeah, I think this is Brendan's kid. Right there. I think this is Brendan's kid. Yeah, this is Brendan. To be fair, he is pretty huge for a 9-year-old, isn't it? He's nearly 9. He's fucking massive, to be fair. It's just a shame that he's got Brendan as a dad and he's doing all this, because it's good Brendan's there, but look what Brendan's doing. That's the coach, right? I think that's the coach that was acting like Brendan was annoying him. That's the coach who probably was happy he got ejected. That's Brendan's son, Tiger. And that's Brendan there, and that's the umpire. Notice how the coach doesn't fight it. You see that? The umpire, Brendan says something to the umpire that he doesn't like. The umpire tells him in a very dramatic way to get the fuck out of it. But to be fair, anyway, referees even in Sunday League are very, they're a bit, they love the attention. They're a little bit up their own arse. They can be a bit annoying. It's no different to, I think, professional leagues. So I'm not even surprised at the theatrics of it all, right? But Brendan's doing it wrong, bro. It's your kid's game. Like, why are you even storming onto a pitch like it? It's not that deep, Relax. Getting ejected from your kid's game, especially as a former athlete. I think it's different if Brendan was just a regular parent. I would understand it. Like, you're just a regular housewife or you're just like a regular dude who works a job and you're kind of seeing your kid playing games and you're like getting pumped and shit. But Brendan being a former professional athlete, you should have your emotions in check. You should be a little bit calmer, a bit cooler. You shouldn't be getting to this point where you're getting ejected from these type of games. This is fucking crazy. But do you notice how the coach doesn't fight for Brendan? Did you guys notice that? The coach doesn't actually speak up for Brendan, doesn't tell the umpire, hey man, chill. He's kind of pleased that Brendan got ejected. Now he can do his job. Now he can get left alone. He's kind of happy. I think the coach was happy Brendan got ejected. Brendan comes over. Look at Brendan coming over. Look at Brendan walking over all aggressive and shit. What the fuck is he gonna do? Is he about to take it? Is he about to do a double leg? Look at him. Look at how aggressive he's walking over. Brendan, bro, it's a kid's game. It's not that deep, you
Powerful bunch.
Yo, pick up 8 Martinez.
The way he walks over to the ref. Bully is huge.
And that ref looks old, bro, doesn't he? That ref looks like he could be Brendan's dad's age. That looks like an older dude. Like, what are you doing? Exactly. Pick up 8 Martinez. That legitimately some bully boy shit.
Oh, what we're saying it's garbage?
So Brendan does all that tough guy walk over to act like a hard nut. The guy tells him, just leave me alone. And then he kind of walks back in shame, like walks all the way backwards, by the way. Doesn't break eye contact with the fucking umpire. Doesn't break eye contact with the umpire and walks all the way back. Notice how nobody gives Brendan a pat on the back. Nobody tells him to fucking chill. Nobody's kind of like fighting for him or fighting his case to the umpire. Notice how they all just like kind of letting him do his thing. That's really interesting, by the way. Nobody is backing him up or defending him or trying to hold him up or hold him back or anything. They just kind of let him do his thing.
Powerful bunch.
Big up Asalaziz.
Oh, so I got kicked out of a rec league game? That's your takeaway? Oh, Bubba y'all Musa forgot I'm a baseball dad. Hey, real quick. What was the ump gonna do? Volume punch me? Promo code SHAB for Scorpion Mel. What else you...
What else you got, Chin? Honestly, Wolves are Hey, umpire, you got a gun? Maybe that's what he's asking the umpire. Maybe when he stormed onto the pitch and walked over all aggressive like, maybe he was trying to ask the umpire if he has a gun or not. Maybe. Wow, now he's doing the super aggressive throwaway. He's telling him the super aggressive, you get the fuck out. And the other team is celebrating, by the way, because obviously, you know, that's a good thing about sports. When the other team is going through, when the other team is having internal conflict or arguing with the referee, you go and just start celebrating. That's what I used to love about sports, especially at that age. Seeing one half of the pitch absolutely livid and red and angry, and then your side is just like jumping up and down, super happy.
A little bit.
What? Mean? It's sports. Tighten the fuck up. That's why I'm his dad. That's why he's an outlier, you know?
I think now we know why. Remember he said how Tiger was acting up and being all moody because they lost the game and not taking it too seriously and shit. Now we know why he does that. He's basically mimicking his dad. Especially at that age. I think he sees his dad as his hero. He still kind of looks up to him and shit. Isn't annoyed by his dad yet, thank God, because he's not a teenager yet. That'll probably happen very soon where he'll probably start to want to spend less and less time with him. But for now, he looks up to the guy and he wants to make him happy. He wants to make him hang out with him. So that he does that whole like mirroring thing, right? Or starts to kind of act the way he does or copy his mannerisms, whatever it may be. So it wouldn't surprise me if Tiger's just copying or doing the things that Brendan's doing. No, it wouldn't surprise me, sorry, if Tiger's acting the way he's acting, throwing strops, acting like he's pissed off because he missed, you know, a certain thing or he didn't get a certain point, whatever you do in fucking baseball, I don't know. just so he can make Brendan feel happy, or to know subconsciously that, oh, this kid gets it, you know? Like, this kid gets it. This kid, he's matching my energy. He knows what's going on. He takes his sport seriously. He's trying to be an athlete, blah, 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 blah. But he doesn't really feel that way. Even if that's not the case, he's just setting a bad example anyway, you know? He's setting a terrible example, especially being a former athlete. Former athletes shouldn't be doing this. Former professional athletes, I know it's only the UFC, I know it's heavyweight division, I know it was back in the day where it didn't really matter as much as it does now, don't get me wrong. If you say you're a former UFC athlete or fighter now, it probably holds a lot more weight than maybe Brendan was doing, especially in his division anyway, especially given how things have transpired and shit. But, like, I don't know, man. It's just a weird thing to do as a professional athlete, dad or something. I mean, you should know better. You should know that, you know, that sort of stuff doesn't really work long term. That always having a weird chip on your shoulder or trying to force one doesn't work long term. It's just about doing great work, you know? Just about absolutely doing fucking great work. Or just being supportive of your kid when they're trying to do something and not really looking too far ahead or whatever it may be. And in this case, he didn't do that. It's absolutely crazy though if you watch the video again. Let's do it one more time. So this kid pitches that kid out, right?
Hey! That's a warning, coach! That's a warning!
So he gets a warning here, so I could hear. The umpire said that's a warning. So that first kid gets pitched out, right? He gets striked out. Then Brendan's kid rocks up to bat. Number 11. Yeah! He's out. Okay. Should we give Brendan some grace? I didn't know. Should we give Brendan some grace? It looked like this umpire kind of fist pumped, "You're out," to Tiger right in his face, right? Like, it looked like the umpire fist pumped, like, went super close to Tiger's face and like, "Get the fuck out of here." So maybe that's why Brendan got so aggro. Look. That's so hilarious. This umpire is hilarious. I love this umpire. He gets right into fucking Tiger's face and says him, "You're out." Look at that. Okay, that's fucking incredible. So he does that, and Tiger gets up really pissed off. Yeah, Tiger gets up really pissed off and upset, and then he storms off because he just got out, right? He got fucking striked out, whatever the fucking term is. He walks off, and then as he's walking off, Brendan's already walking towards the umpire, and the umpire's already given Brendan a warning while he sat on the bench. Yeah. So then he tells us to go. Okay, cool. Okay. All right, fair enough. Brendan still was in the wrong. Brendan was still in the wrong here. There's no way you can blame the umpire. No way. Or the referee. No way you can blame him. He points to him again. Look at him. He's walking over like he's going to fight him. Look at Brendan. He literally is walking over like he's going to fight. What did he say? I want your signature. Does he say that? Did you guys hear that? I just want your signature, dog. He's trying to be condescending. He says, I want your I only want your signature, doggy. What did he say to him? I don't know what he says there, but I think he's being rude, condescending, you know, standard Brendan that we all know and love. Guy puts his hand away, walks away. Embarrassing.
A little bit. What? Mean? It's sports. Tighten the fuck up. That's why I'm his dad. That's why he's an outlier, you know?
Oh man, I feel so bad for Tiger, man. This is legitimately a game, you know. It's literally meant to be done for recreation. It'd be done for fun, hanging out. It beats being indoors playing video games. You get to fucking meet new people, you know, develop social skills, become a little bit more mature and somewhat independent. Blah de blah blah blah. Foster maybe a closer relationship with one of your parents or people in general. It's meant to have a lot of positives around it, but Brendan is so far making it kind of negative and lame and boring and bad for this kid. He's not really having fun, it looks like. Maybe the kid also wants to be pro, but I just don't think 9 should be the age where they're focusing entirely on that. Maybe it should be a back of the head type of thing where you're keeping that in mind. But for the most part, just play to have some fun. Play to have some fucking blood clot fun, man. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Legit, what are we doing here? Like, what are we doing here when you're fucking getting ejected from your kid's rec game? Like, huh? Like, what the fuck is this, Brendan? Like, and if he saw this clip and he saw another dad getting ejected the way he did, he would be ripping into them on social, you know. He'd be ripping into them on TFATK. He'd be calling them out for being lame, for being cringe or whatever. He'd really be on their ass. But when it's him, it's okay. Fucking weirdo behavior. Weirdo behavior. But it doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop there. More weirdo behavior. You want to see more weirdo behavior? Look at this that somebody pointed out. Look at what somebody pointed out. Allegedly, Brendan is wearing the same number on his jersey as fucking, what's his name? Pugh. That Pugh guy, that legendary baseball player that used to go out with fucking Brendan Schaub's wife.
Hey, Puig, do switch hitters ever make you uncomfortable?
Let's go! Stay on the sidewalk!
Yeah, chill.
Hey, Puig, you got quite the escort, man.
Right.
¿Cuántos cuesta su cuenta? ¿Qué es su favorito país? ¿Te gusta Castro, no? Nice ride, Puig. Nice ride. Me gusta su coche. Mucho chicas para Puig. Uno, chica. Famoso béisbol. Juega. El corre muy rápido. Puedes jugar. Ciao, Puig.
Back in the day, this guy used to date Brendan Schaub's wife back in the day, or maybe they used to fuck. I don't know if they were dating or really a boyfriend and girlfriend, but regardless, that was his number, and Brendan's now wearing it with his son's team. So what's going on here? What do we think is the deal? Do we think Brendan knew that this guy's number was that, and he got it on purpose as a way to kind of like troll or whatever? Or do we think Slow Joe somehow encouraged Brendan to wear that jersey, unbeknownst to him, that was actually a tribute to her real love of her life and somebody that she still probably thinks so fondly of, Pugh? What do you think? What do we think really happened here? Did Brendan voluntarily pick this number to honor Pugh, or did Slow Joe get him to pick that number or to wear that jersey number as a weird way to troll him? Because I'm not gonna lie, as much as he calls Brian Callen a cuck, this is more cucky than I've ever heard anything Brian Callen do. This might be the most cuckiest thing I've ever seen. Like, how are you wearing the same jersey number as a guy that used to fucking bend your wife's legs backwards? Like, why would you do that? Like, what? And I'm sure some of you guys are the same. Like, I don't know, like, especially if you follow sports, and I don't know, someone that you're into now or someone that you're with now, you find out that one of your favorite players of a team that you follow, that you're
Powerful bunch.
Big up Suddazies.
Hess racist cause Slow Joe makes him role play as Puig.
Oof. Imagine that. Imagine that. Slow Joe gets out the fake tan, or Brendan backs out the black paint, you know. I can just picture Brendan do blackface for some reason. and then she makes him, put that on as like, as a bit of kink, some people have handcuffs, some people like to role play as police officers or nurses. Brendan just black faces it up and wears that jersey while him and Joanna are getting to work. But either way, man, this is the most cuckiest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I swear to God, this is flipping insane. Number 66, the same number as fucking Pugh. Who did this, man? Who encouraged this behavior? Who said this was okay? And I can't wait until it kind of gets to him, because he's responded to that baseball thing already on his Instagram. So most likely someone's going to send this to him, so he's going to see it. I can't wait to hear what his response is. It'd be funny if he does like the whole like fake woke thing and tries to talk about how women have agency and can do what they want, but whatever. But I'm curious to see what his reaction will be when that question gets floated to him tomorrow, or whatever it may be. I really want to see how he responds. Because this is fucking crazy. You know what it reminds me of? Do you know what it fucking reminds me of?
You've got grown men that wear jerseys as fans with other grown men's names, the players, on their own back, and then they look at that dude and they're like, yeah, go that guy on my back. What the fuck? Hey, are you a bitch? Like, what? That is a fucking bitch move. Take yourself outside of society and think about what kind of a bitch move that is, okay? Here's the new rule, okay? If you're a grown man and you have another grown man's name on your own back, that dude gets to fuck you, okay?
That just reminded me of that joke. That might be the best Chris Leo joke he's ever had or he's ever done. But that reminded me instantly of that joke. That reminded me instantly of that fucking joke. Innit? Oh, so fucking good. Brendan's out here wearing the fucking like, I don't know what I want to think here. How do I think it happened? I could believe Brendan is such a Brendan's such a fucking fair weather sports fan, such a hype beast. He's such a fucking trophy hunter, glory hunter. I could believe that it was his decision. This is all his idea. I could believe
Powerful bunch.
Yo, big up Mr. O, big up Mr. O.
Maybe she can hire Pwig to teach T how to play baseball.
Too low. Too low, Mr. O. Too low. Imagine that. Pugh private lessons for Tiger. Oh, too low. And guess what? Pugh will be able to speak Spanish with him. Brendan can't speak Spanish. Pugh will be able to speak Spanish with that kid. Too fucking low, man. Too low. Big up Mr. O. But I could definitely see Brendan picking this number himself because he's just a fan of baseball and wants to fucking, clout chase and shit, right? So I could definitely see him picking this himself. I don't think Slow Joe was involved. I don't think Slow Joe was involved. I swear to God. I don't think Slow Joe was involved in the slightest. I think this is all Brendan. This is all Brendan's handiwork. Brendan thought it would be a good idea to wear that jersey and put that number on his back. Also, for those of you who are in the stream chat who know baseball, is it normal for coaches of teams to have numbers on their back anyway? Of their jerseys? Can you tell me that? The people in the stream chat. Is that normal? Surely coaches don't have numbers on their backs, no? They just wear like regular kit. They don't have numbers on their back. Or am I bugging out? So Brendan must have got this done like specifically for this case because he wanted it to look like Pugh. Or maybe it's a number that other baseball players have worn in the past, or more current ones are wearing nowadays. Who knows? But it just feels a little bit odd that he's one of the coaches on the sidelines in the dugout, but yet he's got a jersey and that's got his number on it. Like, what the fuck's that about? Huh? To make matters worse, Brendan did post about it on his socials. So let's see. There you go. There's a post on his socials. He did post about it. There we go. He said the kid is safe. The kid was safe, which is, I guess, his kid. Must be a slow ass news day. Interesting, isn't it? Do you think Brendan doesn't have to spell news? Do you think Brendan doesn't have to spell news? Because why is the N in news capitalized? That's like it's been auto-corrected. Why is that N capitalized? Did he have a brain fart and not know how to spell news or something? Must be a slow ass news day in MMA when this is the headline. Also, I was the third coach this ump threw out that day. All I said was, that's a garbage call. It's the playoffs, for God's sakes. Playoffs, you know. Playoffs. By the way, look at Kibitek. This Kibitek guy, man. This Kibitek guy is a fucking ugh. He was all out in here like trolling and saying nice, nasty stuff about Brendan in the fucking comments. You know, acting like Brendan was fucking begging it and clout chasing off of him. And now look at Kibitek all up in Brendan's comments. Laughing face emojis. What type of person these people are? You got to watch out for these people like this. These fakers, these fronters, where when everyone was piling onto Brendan, he didn't want any of the smoke, so he kind of joined the pile-on. Then as soon as the coast was clear and everything, now all of a sudden he's back outside, all these people cheesing and shit. Same with this Kibitek guy, you know. Now that he's got no more other people coming to his garage to buy, you know, overpriced fucking shock absorbers and shit. Now all of a sudden, Brendan's his favorite guy again. Fucking crazy how that works, isn't it? But yeah, he says he's coach of the year. And MMA fighting, Brendan Schaub thrown out of Little League game is fucking hilarious, by the way. He actually wanted to fight this guy. And then to make matters worse, Slow Joe got involved as well. Slow Joe got involved and posted something on the Instagram stories, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Slow Joe also got involved and said something on our Instagram stories about the situation. Let me see if the post is still here. Slow Joe got involved. Did you take it down? No, there it is. There it goes. Slow Joe got involved and shared Brendan's post about him being fucking what should we record it? Ejected from that game. And look at the caption that Slow Joe shared. Look at the caption. Like, these people are made for each other, innit? When I keep saying on the stream chat that Brendan is never leaving Joanna and Joanna's never leaving Brendan, it's for moments like this, because this caption perfectly encapsulates why they're so good for each other. Her quote: "This umpire waited This umpire waited his whole life for his 2 minutes of fame. So happy for him. He really enjoyed ejecting Bren from the game because it's the only power chip he has in his life. At a Pony League baseball field. Congrats, ump. Hope this was the highlight of your life. I'm sure you'll go back to your amazing life after this." Number one, what a fucking bitch. Number one, what a fucking bitch. Because I feel as if she's kind of insinuating that because this guy doesn't live in a mansion, or because he doesn't drive one of 7 cars or something, that somehow his life is worthless. His life doesn't mean that much. He doesn't have an amazing life. Because he's not doing the things that I'm doing, I'm gonna shame him. Like, bro, but the person that doesn't allegedly have what they have is also the person that's fixing their house, you know? Like, so that's a really funny thing about the situation. But I love how they're immediately assuming, Brendan and her are immediately assuming that the umpire is trying to clout chase. Their immediate reaction is that, oh, this umpire's trying to be famous and use me to get famous.
Powerful bunch.
Yeah, big up Young God vibes.
Umpire mad because he doesn't have a truck and crush chicks.
Exactly.
He probably lives in a 1-story house with no pool.
Exactly. And he's fat and he's probably ugly. Doesn't have a fucking shiny Richard Mille watch or something. Yep. Exactly. Big up your vibes. But yeah, all in all, tragic story. Tragic, you know, in general, just tragic, this whole thing. Because obviously it exposes just how much these motherfuckers, which are, I think, are newly rich. You know, I don't even think they're old money rich. No, I don't think so. Especially the way they fucking move, right? But I don't think that's the case. But when it comes to all this fucking shit, the really sad thing about all of this is that there's a kid at the heart of this. You know what I mean? There's a kid at the heart of this. And yeah. It'll be a miracle if he's still involved in baseball. It'll be a miracle if he still loves playing that game with such intense, redacted, overbearing parents in his life. You know, it's going to be a hard one for him to be involved in it still, or keep an interest in it, or fuck with it, because these motherfuckers, man, like, you know what I mean, they're belling up your phone when it's like 10. You just finished playing whatever game you're playing. You're on your way, but they're still belling you up, spoiling your mood, ruining your high, purposely calling you at a weird time just to kind of ruin you. looking at like all this sort of mad shit. So I feel bad for Tiger. I'm not gonna lie. You know, he didn't ask to get born in that family, but now he's got like 2 villains to contend with, and he's a literal teenager. Do you know what I mean? It's gonna be fucking mad when it finally does get to that bit. But yeah, this whole situation's so dumb, so dumb. In the end, it's a fucking rec league. It's a fucking kiddie shit. It's nothing serious. Even if it was serious, former professional athlete guy, ex allegedly NFL dude, and Brendan and UFC dude, he should have known way better how to do that situation. You know, way better than that. But hey, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Big up Slowjo, big up Joanna, or big up Joanna, big up fucking Brendan. They are perfect for each other. Legitimately perfect for each other. They're not moving. They're not going anytime soon. What song did she play for this clip? Did she put a song there? Oh, I don't. What's a song? Is there a song on it? I don't know. Sure. Let's go back again. Let's see another post. What else did she post there? Someone showing Mexican friend. Cool. Okay, cool. Basically, we're up to date there. We're up to date regarding that story, and then I think that was it regarding that one. Yeah, I think that was it regarding that particular story and what actually happened. So let me see what you guys think in the stream chat. What have I missed out on here? Big up Nicky HS. Big up Nick HSG was good. The fact that he lied about being in the NFL really makes my blood boil. Dude, you've tried out and didn't make it. He says he was part of the NFL so much. Yeah, he really does. He doesn't let it up. There was a period of time when he was kind of like not saying it as much. When those dudes, those dudes from Bussin' with the Boys, I think he kind of laid off talking about NFL stuff when they kind of exposed him, or they started trolling him. But now he still says it. Big up Josie. Big up Sada Z's. The umpire gave Baba the information on Bobby Lee's hilarious. Big up Young God Vibes. I don't think they're rich at all. I think they're in a lot of debt. Did I say they're rich? I don't think I said they're rich. Maybe you're responding to somebody in the stream tune chat. I think they definitely. There was a clip. I can't find it though. There was a clip on the TFATK Reddit where Brendan admits to getting a lot of these cars on finance, or no, he says he's going to get another car. And then Brian starts to ask him, like, are you sure? Another one? Like, he's a bit concerned. And then Brendan tries to make it seem like, oh no, some are on finance, some are bought outright as investments. And Brian's like, yeah, you just got to be careful, man. You got to be careful. So it wouldn't surprise me if Brendan's whole family exists off of payments. You know, partial payments. They probably bang out things like Klarna and whatever else it may be. You know, they probably don't have a lot of cash in their bank accounts, but they probably love paying off things monthly. So it wouldn't surprise me if everything is financed over there, the Schaub household. Unique was the umpires hilarious. Big up 84 Mantha. Big up Two Swords. Big up Daymaz because they're the ultimate clout chasers. Who else is here? What else is going on? The pre-ban for Loco. Not everyone can be a failed comedian with CTE. True. Who else is here? Big up Josie as well.
Powerful bunch.
Yo, big up Shades Car. Appreciate you for the membership, bro. Thank you for the gifted membership. Oh, big up Nicky HSG for getting it too. It says it there. Big up. Thank you for the gifted membership, Shades Car. Appreciate you. They probably borrowed against the house. That's why they are moving. Had to wait to buy the house. Oh, Josie, that could be. You're on it, Josie. Well done. I love that. I love that theory. I love that conspiracy theory. That sounds like that makes sense. Borrowed against the house. That's why they had to. That's why they're moving, and they had to wait to buy the other house. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of fucking sense. Pick up Josie with the fucking info there. I love that one. I'll take that one. Okay, cool. Let's move on from Brendan being an absolute douchebag when it comes to his kid playing baseball and shit. Let's quickly check some other clips here before we get back onto the fight and the kid. Miss out on anything? Nope. I think we missed out on that one. What's this one about? It says Bappa.
You want to know what I just told him? If you don't,
We already heard you.
I'm gonna forfeit the team.
We're
So
done.
shut up
We're
when the
done.
game's
We're
over.
done. The game's over.
Okay. Oh boy, huh? Feel better?
I feel fine. You feel okay?
You
I feel
feel
good.
good.
The game for your kid. For what?
Yeah, exactly.
Because you want to argue balls and strikes in a little
We
league
didn't argue
game?
balls and strikes. He walked up like a man to you.
And this guy's a firefighter who protects your neighborhood.
Oh, the umpire forfeited the game. Is that how bad it gets? Is that how bad it gets? Parents are so toxic, bro. You have to be such a selfish person to make your kid's baseball game all about you and get in some sort of shouting match with a referee and shit. Fucking hell, man. Shut up. I understand some refs and these things can be a little bit maniacal and a little bit hard to deal with. But surely if you just shut the fuck up and let them officiate the game, let them fucking be in charge and do what they need to do, it would go ahead without a hitch. Like, these parents, man. These parents are such distractions. Utter distractions. Wow. The parents look like they get more irate and pissed off than the actual kids anyway when they're playing or even they're losing. Absolutely crazy, man. Absolutely fucking crazy.